So, I want to talk about a word that is very much part of our daily lives, or maybe not. I want to leave it up to you to decide at the end. And that word is sorry. This is an old word, and you can trace its roots all the way back to Old English, the early stages of the English language. The root sarig, which means basically sorrow, sadness, or even grief. And it's interesting that sorry and sorrow are related. And therefore it has a quite intense and deep, meaning when you look at its etymology. I also want to distinguish it from the word apologize, apologos, which is something a bit different. In apologos, when you bring these pieces together, it's more like a rhetorical power. There's maybe a problem, but you are putting out a statement in defense. There's a oratory power there, or you're giving a speech to defend your principles. So apology is different than sorry. But basically, of course, today we are using the word sorry quite lightly. We say sorry about the weather, or I've seen buses across London saying sorry, not in service. There are some sociologists, there are some people, scholars, who do claim that in some cultures people say sorry more easily. For instance, the British people are thought to be more prone to saying sorry, or Canadians as well. I have read studies that claim the average Brit says sorry 8 times in a day. And I wonder, do you agree with this? I wonder if you also think that there are cultural differences, that in some cultures people don't like to say sorry as much or as often as in some other cultures. I have doubts, so it's something I keep thinking about. But one of the things that I want to talk about is the gender component. And this is something that I also observe in my personal life. Whenever I, let's say, bump into someone as I'm walking down the aisle in a supermarket or a pharmacy, I say sorry immediately. But if I have bumped into a man, I don't hear sorry from him, from that person. I do observe women saying sorry more often in our daily lives. Again, this is a controversial subject too, because there are some scholars, there are also some feminist scholars who say, let us not police women's language, let us not try to count how many times women say sorry. But I personally think it is important, why are women more sorry? Why do we feel almost guilty all the time, as if we have done something wrong, or this sense of not doing the right thing? I want to explore that. I want to question that. At the end of the day, I think it's important to be able to say sorry. It is also quite compassionate, to show empathy, to connect with someone else's sorrow, and to tell them that we're here for them. So that original meaning of sorry is something that we should not lose sight of. But at the same time, I want to be able to say, let us please not overuse the term, especially we women.